Happy 4th of July, everybody!
Yep.
We have lots to talk about, so you guys, come on, let's get this day started. Hey, everybody! Good morning, good morning. Welcome, all you new folks, and welcome back, everybody, to Loving It on Keto. Yes, indeed. Now, I'm sure you guys saw the thumbnail that says we are quitting the carnivore challenge. Yes, we are, and I want to explain. You guys, Harry had several doctor's tests this week, and that's why we were kind of off the grid for a couple of days, and then the next day we went back for the results and all of those things. The great news is the most important tests that he took were the nuclear and the stress test, and his test was normal. It will be 11 years, September 13th, 2014.
I had it.
We had it, you had
2013, so I had it.
September, you had it on Friday the 13th in September,
right.
2013.
Correct.
It's been almost 11 years. And he has gone from taking 12 meds to 2. One's a baby aspirin and the other one is his spironolactone. And the spironolactone is for his kidney, because he has an enzyme that is making too much of the enzyme, which makes you have higher blood pressure. That's the only reason why he's on it. We were very nervous about these tests this year because of the results last year and all of the things that have ensued. And Harry was especially nervous. Matter of fact, he was so nervous he made me cancel the date and move it out. Because we went on vacation. Now, while we were on vacation, we were really carnivore with a few ketovore days where we added basically jalapeno stuffed, bacon wrapped poppers, right? Other than that, and one day when we went with Gloria and Ken, he had a quarter of an iceberg lettuce wedge salad at the Brazilian steakhouse, and I think we had a salad some other time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Other than that, carnivore.
I bought 3 salads. Oh.
When we came home on the 19th of June, we decided we were going to go straight carnivore. And there have been some issues that Harry has been dealing with stomach-wise, acid stomach-wise, and some pain-wise. Mm-hmm. So, the doctor and I and Harry had a very long conversation because he said, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. It seems to be working wonderfully for Harry. And I said, well, and he asked me what we were doing. And I said, we're doing, the ketogenic lifestyle with whole foods. And we actually were trying to do some carnivore. And he had concerns about the carnivore diet because of some of the things Harry was talking to him about.
Well, not only that, but he had some other people that are trying the carnivore. It didn't work for them at all.
Right.
So, and he...
Turn the camera around.
Okay, I'll get over here. So, he said that, he says, since you're doing the keto, he says the keto seems to have really done a trick for you because it, let's face it, pretty much healed me.
It has. It's kept him from getting any worse, that's for sure.
Because I was so bad. They said even after I had the
quadruple bypass,
quadruple and a clean out, which means they cleaned out one vein instead of replacing it, that I was going to have a lot of stents put
right, that you had severe
really bad
atherosclerosis.
Well, that's all kind of cleared up on its own, and the heart healed itself, or the veins in the heart healed themselves over this, which kind of surprised all of them a great deal.
The artery replacements have healed except for the one that collapsed, and that part of the vein that part of the heart has tertiary and secondary veins feeding it, and it's acting normal.
Everything's normal. And like he said to me last year, or the last time I had this, he said, if I didn't know you, I'd tell you to go home, have a good life. You don't need to come back ever again because of how well everything is worked out for me. And then this year I was a little worried about it because I was going, okay, I've gained weight, and you know,
You're having an acid stomach.
I'm having a really bad acid stomach and I'm feeling like crap.
Especially when you're eating
So I'm
beef.
going, I don't want to go to the doctor when I'm feeling like crap and I got to take all these tests. And Wendy says, no, we got to go because it's just a moment in time. And, you know, we're just taking a picture of where you're at this moment. So I said, okay. So we went and everything turned out to be way better than what I was expecting. So
He did talk to you about heavy uric acid with a carnivore diet.
He wanted me to basically, he said, look, it's not up to me, it's up to you, but I would rather you stayed off the carnivore diet because we have some people that are having some problems with it. And the keto one seems to work out really well, especially for you. So why change what works? He says, this is really working well. I go, so we had to kind of like we had a big meeting.
We had a big meeting, and part of it is we both miss. The foods are very, very limited on the carnivore diet.
Right.
We want our keto life pack. We want to be able to have the breads and have a little veg and use the seasonings. And
Right.
where does the strict cutoff for carnivore stop and end, right?
Yeah.
Including our coffees.
Yeah.
He was concerned about the uric acid buildup.
I gotta go.
Okay. He's got his gimbal though, so that's the good news he can do. He was worried about several things because of Harry, and he went over those of why the carnivore he does not feel would be the best option for Harry for what he has going on, and why wouldn't we want to just stick in the ketogenic region of it, since it gives you a lot more food options. He feels it's healthier because yes, you get a little vegetables if you can tolerate them. Yes, you can have, you know, a little bit of fruits if you can tolerate them. And you have to put everything in pictures. So don't come after us because we watch all the doctors. We hear all the doctors. We know all the things. And we want to go back to our ketogenic diet that we were on. Now, being on carnivore, and mostly carnivore with a few days that we were ketovore, I have had migraine issues. I had one on vacation and a couple of starts with the migraines, and I think part of it is, and that's another thing we talked about with this doctor, he was funny because he had an intern, a PA intern in there, and we got into the subject of cholesterol, and I started firing questions to him and he started giving me answers back, and we had a long conversation. It was amazing actually that he was willing to discuss it and talk about it. For one thing, that he actually preferred the ketogenic lifestyle, and for me, I need ketones because of my migraines. And if you are heavy carnivore, you are not necessarily in ketosis. And I felt more sluggish, more tired, and Harry had upset acid stomach every day. Now, we were eating a lot of beef, and we know from our sensitivity check, he's more sensitive to beef, right? He hates organ meats, so the only organ meats he was getting is anything that's in PLUCK seasoning. And it's harder for him to eat beef, and to eat that much beef, he was getting acid indigestion all the time. Now, we did run out of his proteolytic enzymes that he is lacking, that he is not producing in order to break down specifically protein, specifically beef. And so we got some when we got back. I'm not telling you need to have this. I'm sharing this. Please don't go and buy it just because Harry is doing it. We took a sensitivity test that showed that he was lacking in this enzymes. So this is what the enzymes are. I don't know if you can see it and read it. And then we went to a Sprouts in Texas and got Lipo Gold because this helps fat digestion, carbohydrate digestion, and protein digestion. So this is the one we got, and those are because we are ketogenic and carnivore.
Side, you know.
I know, I'm showing them the enzymes. Yeah, I mean the probiotics that he's taking. So we just started this again, and he's feeling better already, and the doctor says you should switch to more like turkey, pork, you know, keep the beef or the bison. He really liked the bison idea. He said you should really do higher protein, less fat, And we told him we already had done that. We're trying to get the protein in. He suggested turkey, he suggested chicken, you know, and Harry's vegetables, basically, when he has them, would be like a little salad, like an iceberg wedge. It would be broccoli, it would be cauliflower, it would be a little bit of string beans. He's not big on most vegetables, but we do like Keto Chow, we do like Keto Chow ice cream, we do like seasonings. We go out with and to people's houses, our children's houses, and all of those things makes it easier to stay ketogenic than straight carnivore. And to eat the amount of protein in the carnivore diet that Harry needs to be healthy with and not undereat, he was getting stomach issues the whole time. So we listened to what the doctor said and we agreed. We all agreed that for us, for Harry specifically, that the ketogenic lifestyle was working. Why change it? Especially since over the past 6 weeks now, 7 weeks almost, being on the carnivore side of things, he's not felt well. He's been taking more naps. He's been lethargic. He's had upset stomach. He's had this pain like a gallbladder. And you got to remember, speaking of gallbladder, he's had kidney stones. He's had gallstones. He's had gout. We both started, I'm sure, with a sluggish gallbladder because we were vegan, right, for 6 years. So,
well, he asked that.
Yeah, he did ask that. He remembered, actually. You know, he was very good with his notes, but the one thing he wanted to do, of course, was talk about the cholesterol, and he wanted Harry to take the shot. I can't remember the name of it. I have it written down. It's where you inject it every 2 weeks. And it's for cholesterol. And I said, now when you say cholesterol, are you talking cholesterol or are you talking specifically LDL? Because your body needs that in every single cell of the body. As a matter of fact, the cholesterol that you ingest has no bearing on what your liver makes. So with that started the conversation. It was interesting because the PA, when we started talking, the PA is like, that's a good question. That's a good question. He was like watching the ping pong match going back and forth. And Harry was like, man, I'm so glad that you were asking these questions.
Yeah, really.
So it was very interesting, but the good news is he is normal and has not had to have any stents. And even though the one artery replacement completely failed and closed down, that lower part of his heart is getting nourished and fed and is not necrosed, does not show. Now he still has another test that he's taking, which is a ultrasound of the carotid artery, and that's on his birthday on the 9th of July.
That's
so we do,
my
yes,
dad.
That's because his father passed away from a stroke. His brother just had a stroke, and they want to check those arteries because of his heart. One of the first things that happen when they unclamp everything after doing the surgery for a quadruple bypass is once they open that, your blood rushes through the arteries and the veins, and if there's any plaque in your carotid artery, it gets shoved up into your brain and can cause a stroke.
Right, later on or
right then. So we need to have that done. That's the test that he needs to have done.
Well, I was clear when they did the operation, but we're talking 12 years ago.
Yes.
11, 12 years ago.
Yes. And
so
backwards you had it too in your annual tests, and there was no challenge, but like I said, it's been a long time. And thank you, God. It has been a healthier lifestyle, and we intend to keep it that way.
Well, my uncle had to have one done every 10 years.
Yes.
And so did, wait a minute, so did
Ralph,
your uncle.
my uncle.
Yeah.
The challenge is things, and the good news is things have come a very long way. And even the doctor said that even since Harry's surgery, things have come a long way. So that's the only test that we're waiting for with him, and then it's going to be my turn for my tests. I need the nuclear and the stress test too, because I do have a mitral valve prolapse. I did have issues in 2016 and 2017 where I went to the ER and was admitted and was having some flip-flopping of my heart and some irregular heartbeats and such. So I need to be checked too. So, you know, These are things that I told Harry. You can't keep putting the blinders on because you're upset, because you may have overeaten and you may have gained some weight. This is a picture in time of the entire year and what's happening with your body. For better or for worse, we need to get this done. I pushed it back once because he's like, I'm not going to get my blood work. It's still here. Not going to get the blood work done until I eat healthy. I said, honey, you're eating healthy. You need to stop. He was so stressed and so worried for 3 days beforehand. It was very tense. And then I got nervous and upset too. So we both were very tense. And then after we had the talk with the doctor and he told us the results, he was just like, I said, well, what about getting an echo on him? He doesn't need one. I was like, okay.
Or a CT scan?
No, the CT for your carotid only. He said, that's all I feel you need at this point in time. So that was awesome, awesome, awesome. And I truly, truly believe it's because we lead a healthy lifestyle in the ketogenic lifestyle. And we've never not finished our challenges before, but we're finishing the carnivore challenge because I don't think it's fair when you're having coffee and you're having keto chow ice cream and you're doing this and you're doing that. I was talking hardcore carnivore. I did not lose any weight. I gained another 2 pounds after I lost weight. I keep going in and out of it. And for some reason, on the carnivore diet, even though I split my protein into 3 meals, and did not fast at all, I was hungry in the brain, not in my stomach, if that makes sense to you. And so yesterday and today, we're back on our ketogenic diet. I need to make some bread. We want some bread. We want to do some of the things we were doing. And we're gonna stay in the ketogenic sphere and not in the carnivore, hard carnivore sphere where you're eating, all the fatty meats, you're limiting any vegetables, you're basically 0 carbohydrates, and that's not where we want to be. For us, for Harry and I. And you can let us know what doctor, who doctor, it doesn't matter. We've seen it all. We've talked to our doctor, and if you don't listen to your doctor and you don't believe what your doctor is doing for you and your body, fire them and get a new one. You need to get a doctor on board.
5 times.
He has. And our doctor of internal medicine, Dr. Opila, and Dr. Tanaglia, who is his cardiologist, Dr. Opila is the doctor of internal medicine. They expect to talk to us. They expect me to have these questions. They expect us to challenge what they tell us and not just go along with it. So we have great debates in the office.
Oh, yeah.
They enjoy. Dr. Opila is so funny because, okay, kids, what have you got for me today,
Where's
right?
your list?
Where's your list, Harry? Because if I don't get to go, Harry's got a list written down. But I'm very happy. We're very happy about the results, and we're going to keep it that way. So you guys, we just wanted to say happy 4th of July. It's 4th of July for Harry and I. We've got some movies that we like to watch. We've been invited to a barbecue, which we declined because they're already shooting fireworks off, and Sally is very afraid. We do give her calming bites.
I'll show them to her.
Yeah, I was just going to. I get these on Chewy. They're Zesty Paws Calming Bites for behavior. These are the peanut butter flavor. They do have some organic hemp seed powder in them. They've got organic chamomile, organic valerian root, organic passion flower. If you can see this, I don't know, Harry, if you can see the ingredients.
I don't either. All you can do is try.
These work really well. I put it in a little bit of cottage cheese for her and she just sleeps. And she did good last night because around here, the fireworks are for sale for a month beforehand, and we're going to have some a week after or longer. People across the street have little boys, and they do stuff right out in the street in front and bring their grandmas and grandpas and aunts and uncles and have a barbecue. So we're staying home. We're just having a good time, and we're going to relax, and we are keto, and that's where we're going to be. So you guys, I'm going to go ahead and close out because we've got some movies to watch. Independence Day.
Well, I got to edit this. Put this
Independent
This is easy.
Day. What is it called? Resurrection?
Yeah,
Insurrection?
Independent Resurrection and
no,
Independence Day.
It's not Resurrection. Insurgent.
Is that
Insurgent, yeah. Couldn't remember. I just type in Independence Day. I also like watching Armageddon with Bruce Willis. It's like I have Christmas movies I watch on Christmas Eve, and after we go to church and the candlelight service, and then I have movies I watch on the 4th of July. So Harry's gonna edit this real quick, and then we're gonna sit down and just enjoy the evening. So everybody, hope you have a safe, happy 4th of July, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Please remember to like, subscribe, ring that little bell, give us a thumbs up. You guys, see you tomorrow. Here comes Miss Little Sally.
You almost forgot me. Phew.
Would you like some cottage cheese?
Oh, I love the cottage cheese.
Did you give her her pill yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, why don't I do that real quick?
Yep. You gotta get your sleepy pill.
What I do is I get her, she gets the same cottage cheese as we do.
Yeah, it's
Harry gets it for lactose free.
Yep.
So I just take a spoon, nice spoonful. And I take the pill. And they're like a chew. And I give, it says up to 25 pounds. Well, she doesn't weigh that much. So I'm gonna give her about half. Just grind it up. It's soft. And I just put it in here. And she likes it. Okay, Sal, you ready? You ready for cottage cheese?
Oh yeah, I want my cottage cheese.
Can you say goodnight?
Good night, everybody.
There you go.
Oh, cottage cheese. That tastes so good. It's really good. Yeah, it's so good. It's really good cottage cheese, Mom. What you got on there? It tastes different.
Oh, it's something to make you feel happy tonight on the 4th of July.
Oh, it's so good cottage cheese.
Anyway, she's going to be sleeping in a happy spot in a little bit. So we'll see everybody tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Yeah, that's good, isn't it?
Good cottage cheese.